Morning. This video is made for a particular event which I'll try to use to pitch tomorrow. So if I can start, this is the road leading into my farm. So here starts my farm, and then what you see on your right, you'll see as we're continuing, and then this is the top end of my farm. So if we can go, I will talk about, as I'm walking down, the amount of uncleared land I have with potential of any expansion. So I'm farming. On paper I've got 10 hectares. I've planted 5, consisting of a population of 2,000 trees. As you enter, you will see the trees I'm talking about. As we are walking, please note that we are already in my farm. So what you see on the right hand side is land that needs to be developed. And then as you see, firewood is free in my farm. It's got its benefits and it's got its disadvantages. We'll talk about it on other sets of videos. But now we have entered the populated area, the first populated area. This is a cultivar called Fuji 791. It is prone to early. It is an early bearing tree, but very prone to windbreak. So as we continue, we will, and it always has nuts. It's got big nuts. So as we continue, we have to now decide the work that must be done to prevent the wind breaking and produce quality nuts. So here, as I'm working, I've got a population of 400 trees with a casualty of give or take 15 maximum, if I can exaggerate. And those are my 3, they're not my employees, they're my team, 3 of them. So 1 female leading the group, and then the 2 guys following her lead. So in this Fuji, we are going to deal with it in a very particular manner, so that we can be able to master the art of this tree. And then there, as we are working, on the view you'll be seeing my beloved 816, which are 2 years. And then back to the Fuji. This Fuji was planted just after the Freddy cyclone, March, give or take, but it was planted during a dry spell. And then there are mistakes we did, which we will pay dearly for as the time goes by. But so far we are in the right track. And then, so I've got 400 of them. They are a couple of months old. And then here is my second donga. The first donga we passed as we're going down the hill. There's a donga which I want to make a dam, but this is my second donga, in which I also want to make a dam to use the runoff from this road and this road, and then more from the mountain. As we are still going on, what you're seeing on the right is still land that is ready for development. What do I need to clear this land? I will need a excavator to come and debush everything, then a bulldozer to push and rape all these things. all these hectares that I can be afforded to expand. So what back to my 816. They are 2 years old, 2 years and a couple of months, and we are on dry land. This is dry farming. We don't irrigate our trees. Not that we don't want to. We drilled twice and did not get any water. The first I drilled 75, and then the first I drilled 100, and then the second I drilled 75. So that is that. So at 2 years, these trees are looking good. We must say it. We were going through it was very hot for the past 2 days, except for yesterday. Yesterday it drizzled a bit, but now we're back to clear, shining skies. And then we do have one tree that flowered, if we can say that. I will show you as we are going into the farm. And then I've got 700 of this 816, which they are 2 years and a couple of months old. What do we know about these kind of varieties? It does not produce a lot of nuts, but it produces big nuts. So that is that. And then we do have a few flowers which we're trying to plant so that we can have a nice looking area as we continue the development of the farm. And then let me go to that tree which has flowers. It is just one tree which flowered now. And then because we don't have water, there are a lot of other things we can do to keep the moisture. All our trees are mulched. All 700 of them. The 816, the Fuji is mulched. The Beaumont, you'll see as we continue, is also mulched. So those are some of the things we look at. And then this is the only flowers I have. So my agronomist is always telling us that if we were irrigating, most definitely our trees will have flowered more. But we will continue planting more trees and then not giving up, because irrigation also comes at a cost. So those kind of things we are looking at. And then this is the storeroom, and then this is chicken poop mixed with sawdust. So we're trying to increase our quantity of fertilizer. We'll see as it degrades. And then as we continue